Welcome. My name is John C. Worthington, and I'm a licensed registered nurse who's worked in the Northern California area for the past 30 years. I'm also the sole discoverer and author of Aquarian Physics, which furthers the physics of Einstein, Buddha, and JC. And all I ask you to do is muscle test me accurately on it for our greater American and world good. I ask no blind faith of myself nor of anyone. I only ask you to measure within yourself within strict empirical scientific methods, as well as within your own self-life, how you live it, and measure for yourself about my spirit release about muscle testing of John's, which this is the introduction to. America the beautiful, sweet land of liberty, God shed his grace on thee. Stand beside her and guide her with your arm outstretched to your side and parallel to the ground, so as to accurately muscle test accurately just how to bring about the American dream of the American way of liberty and justice for us all, we the people, all of the United States of America, America the beautiful. God shed his grace on thee. By having Americans stand with their arm outstretched to their side and parallel to the ground, to accurately muscle test accurately just exactly what is human health, freedom, pure truth, and strength, from what is human disease, illusion, falsehood, and weakness. For each is empirically measurable by scientific measurements that meet or exceed the current, to date, modern standards of what is a physical event measurement, a physical, in this case, a muscle strength or weakness event measurement. Muscle testing itself is easy to learn and practice in almost any human situation. Basically, to learn it is as simple as holding your arm outstretched to your side and parallel to the ground, making a declarative statement of fact that's stated absolutely as fact, so your consciousness and your whole self aligns with that statement, or at least the statement that you're making. Such as for me, my name's John. Another person would then signal in a verbal way or by some other clue that they're about to do the muscle test. They take a couple fingers and simply press down on your wrist. If the statement the declared statement of fact is truth, human truth, health, strength, and freedom, then your arm will stay strong to that statement and it won't move at all. If the statement is weak or false or illusion or disease to humanity, then your arm will slightly go down or it'll fall all the way down to the ground, depending on a number of factors. Now, there's much more to muscle testing, a number of things that can affect it, including your mood, your want, metal across the midline, necklaces or other big belt buckles or things across the midline that are metal. Don't ask me why, it just affects it. Fluorescent lights can affect it. Other things can make you test off, such as harsh or bad dramas or music or other such. There's plenty of this on the web, so look that up for yourself or measure it for yourself. Within this introduction, my spirit goes through the fact that staying in the now when you're muscle testing, staying in the present moment, not bringing some of the past or the future into it, nor trying to measure the past or the future as much as really measuring the now, where you are in the now, is made very important. There's lyrical parts to this release and repetitive parts, and what those do is they help to quiet your mind or your mind-centered thinking, which quite honestly wants to block you from understanding this and accepting this. And so by doing the lyrical and the repetitive stuff, it can get past that and into your quote heart center, where your feelings and experiences can grasp it and understand it and take it in more fully. The spirit release is a little lengthy, but I do recommend you listening to the whole thing. I recommend you listening from the start to the end. But my physics is always about freedom, so you should really freely choose to do what you freely choose. Please, I ask you not to ever just take what I say or write as being pure truth or freedom until it becomes pure truth and freedom within yourself life as you live it, as well as within your accurately muscle tests as you choose freely to do that. This is a spirit release about muscle testing of John's, and so what that means is that this was released to me by a method that's similar to Rolfing, which is where you do deep tissue massage. You can get into an area when you're doing Rolfing and all of a sudden the person will have an emotional release where they'll break, they'll start crying, or they'll relive an episode where their foot got stomped or something like that by a horse, and then they were reliving that accident and that trauma to their foot, and they bring it out, and by that they release it and get rid of it. For myself, after doing a number of issue work, which is releasing or shedding this mental, emotional, spiritual issues or illusions or falsehoods within humanity, I found these areas that were just, I started getting emotion when I put pressure on them, or when I massage them, or my shower would rub on them. This spirit release, I pressed on the back of my right knee. Right here I had a ball, about a little bit bigger than that stuck in the back of my knee for about 4 months while I was releasing this, or while it was being released to me by, again, my spirit. This is the universal individual spirit of myself. This is also the individual universal spirit of all humanity, of all living forms, and of the all of health, freedom, pure truth, and strength. Accurately muscle test me accurately on it. If you choose and you prefer to think of it as the Holy Ghost, that term works just as equally as well for what the spirit is. Although, again, I will use the term spirit so as to not add any extra dogma or any extra rules or restrictions within it. For what I understand the all of health, freedom, pure truth, and strength is about the all of health, freedom, pure truth, and strength. So America, muscle testing is a way that you, seriously, test me on it, can create the American dream of the American way of liberty and justice for us all, right here in the greater USA of A, as well as in our whole planet Earth, becoming absolute human freedom, becoming absolute human enlightenment freedom, and whole human utopia pure truth, which again would most simply be the American dream of the American way, the American dream of the American way of liberty and justice for us all, we the people of the United States of America, and we the people of humanity on planet Earth. Blessings to you all. God bless you all, or the all of health, freedom, pure truth, and strength. Bless you all. Bless us all. With my blessings, listen to this spirit release about muscle testing of John's, as you freely choose. Thank you.